When I first came into housing, I was coming from the arts. I actually was putting music programs in low-income schools. And I came into housing kind of sideways because my kids, I was a single parent, and my kids were going off to high school, and I wanted to be closer to where they were, and I noticed that there was a housing organization that was hiring for a position that I really would be very good at. It was really close to home. So I went to this housing organization, and I immediately started learning about things like aging in place, how it's really much more cost effective for seniors often to stay in their home than it is to try to go anyplace else. But sometimes they weren't safe in their homes, and so doing certain repairs that allowed people to stay in their homes. And then when my dad started to have housing issues and wasn't able to live independently, the idea of home sharing and bringing someone into the home that could be there with them, not a caregiver, but just if there was a problem, they could call 911, those kinds of things. So I started to understand kind of not only just the importance of it, but the different ways that we can impact housing for seniors. So when I left that agency and came to HIP Housing, what was really resonated for me was, oh, great, we have a home sharing program. That's exactly what my dad could have used. Oh, you know, we have properties, and that's pretty exciting. But it was really the self-sufficiency program that drew me in. And the reason it drew me in is because as a single parent, trying to make it in the Bay Area, I realized that housing was my biggest challenge too. And I was housing insecure for many years, just living right on the edge, like I could lose my housing at any moment. And when I saw those SSP clients, our self-sufficiency program clients, with their kids and in that same position, I had resources, they didn't. And the idea that HIP Housing was the family and the resources that they wouldn't otherwise have access to, well, I was hooked. I was like, that was huge. But then the idea of finding them housing, then you go to the property side, like making sure that housing that's in our community is available to people who are really providing a lot of value to our community but don't have access to housing, became so tangible that it compelled me even that much more. And now I'm kind of a project junkie. Like, I love it. I love to try things that have never been done before to see if we can get them done. I love to see the bricks and mortar. I love to see the upgrade of an existing property come back to life. And so it's hard not to really feel passionate about the work that I do. And coming from a communications background and a sociology, I'm really a sociologist at heart. That is our communities, our neighborhoods, our housing, how we age and how we grow up, you know, is really important, and all of that is so dependent on what kind of access we have to housing.